Welcome back to Level 0 for part 3 of my new build. Um, as you can see right here to the side of me, we've got the new Lee Landcool 217. This is my first case with a Lee. I usually use Corsair cases. I'm trying out a couple new ones now. Like my last one, the current one right now was a NZXT H6, I believe it was. One of the fish tank type deals. But it's a good case, right? I just don't like seeing all the dust. It's a really, you gotta maintain it like an actual fish tank. A lot of dust build up. You always got to keep it cleaned out and keep it nice looking. So just on my older age, kind of like to just sit back with one of these older style ones. We still got the big pane window here so we can see stuff inside. This Lee, when I originally purchased it, honestly, I thought it only had 3 fans. The 2 up here at the front, 180s, and I thought just the one back here, but as you can see, well, these 2 fans right here. There's a total of 5 fans that come with this, and I think it was only like 120 bucks. I mean, this is a seriously kick-ass fucking deal. It's a screaming deal with 5 fans on it. This wood paneling seems really nice. I mean, nothing's chipped, which is nice. Put the Lazy Susan down so you didn't hear me all grunting and groaning and stuff like that. Sorry. Probably should have kept it up here so I could spin it around for you and give you guys a good nice look at it and stuff, but shoot, you know what, I'm probably gonna do that. So let me get this moved so we can do a close-up view ish of the wood grain for you temporarily, but very nice. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. How's that, guys? Awesome. Now we got the full 180, 360 viewy things. Looks like this piece just pops off with a clap or something like that, so that ought to be nice. Huh. That one doesn't want to stick down all the way. You got some explaining to do, Lucy. So I have to get some tighter locks, Lee, to lock that down a little better. I don't know if you can see that. This little piece over here kind of sticks up and pops up. But we'll take a gander at it. We got the really wide open airflow design on these. These ones are a little bit tinier. Got the power supply hook up here. Looks like we've got a dust filter down here at the bottom for your power supply. Just kind of slides in and out right there. That's nice. Never had that before. Well, of course there does have them, but they're usually just magnetic on the bottom. Got a power supply hook up here, so it looks like there's going to be some sort of cable round stuff to do. Looks like we got some sort of, looks like it's just a pop off right here for the side panel. Not bad, not bad. Doing some cable management. Looks like we got a couple trays for our 2.5 SSD drives, or if you could do the mechanical one still. Don't know many people that do that. Looks like we got a pre-fed cable over here. Looks like we got some pre-fed fan controls for this up here on the top. That should be coming handy. Got some already pre-fed stuff. Got our front panel connectors, F panel connector. At least it's not one of those spaghetti ones, thank God. So that's gonna be nice. We got some 2.5 inch or 3.5 inch hard drives. Looks like we got a thumb screw somewhere to find to get those out, because I really don't use those. Looks like we got an accessory case. It's a good thing that I read this language. I'm not sure which one it is, but pretty much self-explanatory. Just nuts and bolts, right? Don't need English writing to tell me that, right? So we got all that. We got this. Looks like this just pops off. Magnetic, maybe. Possibly, maybe. Maybe. But look at those. Huge. I'm on my Trump impersonations right now. Huge. Looks like we got some styrofoam here up at the top. Not sure if that's supposed to be in or out, but I think we'll go without it. But they've already got them preset in there. We got some actual storage bays right here down at the bottom. I don't know if those are storage bays or there we go. Kind of tricky. Wonder if you could put an old DVD player in one of these. I'll have to look through the materials and see if we can do that, because I've got some on my old PCs or PC cases. I got old DVD drives that I could probably still copy all my old movies, my DVDs, but that looks good. Looks like we got, for this bottom half, it's got the screw down here. I mean, this is primarily the reason I actually bought this case, was got the power button right here. You got the USBs right here and the USB-C. This right here is king to me. Just the way I have my setup with the monitors, and then I got my tower over here on the far side. It's easy just to turn that puppy on, throw in a couple USB drives right there, instead of having to go up on top and have this huge ugly cable running all the way down the side of the computer. This is king, Lee and Lee. You got this right. This is like 100% right for users nowadays. Thing I would like to see is probably 4 USB what are they called, USB-A or something like that, not sure, but try and get like 4 of those in there, and probably like 2 of the USB 3s. That would be freaking awesome, so we didn't have to buy those little expansion ones where you just hook up USB to another USB. I think 6 connections right there would be freaking awesome. That would be totally sick. A nice little digital display right here would have been freaking super awesome. I mean, I think on one of your models I saw that you guys had an accessory for that. But by and large, other than this little kind of bendy thing, I'll take a look at it and see if I can't just scooch it back into place. Other than that, I mean, you got wood on this. You got to be a little forgiving, right? I mean, it's not like it's all metal, all plastic, where it's just instant save right there, you know? I mean, wood's kind of a tricky thing. Sometimes it's, you think you're cutting it straight, but sometimes it'll warp out on you a little bit after you cut it, because it just, so we'll see if that's the problem or if it's something else. Maybe it's something that needs to be just smidgenly bent. It doesn't ruin the product, right? I mean, still nice, good, high quality product right here, okay? I mean, yeah, who cares, right? I mean, if you're one of those guys that are like, oh, it's not perfect, I mean, give me a break, man. I mean, when you get into making this kind of stuff, give me a call, and we'll hold you to that type of standard for your product too, you know. But otherwise, I mean, if something like this comes to you, it's not broken. It's just, it's called crafting, right? I mean, you do your best when you craft stuff. My hat goes off to these guys over at Lee & Leith. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful fucking case, right? I mean, especially with the fact where I thought it only came with 3 fans. I got 5 fans on it now. That's 2 fans I don't even have to go out and buy. I know Lee & Lee makes their own fan. Well, I think they make their own fans. I don't know if they make them or if they just buy them from a different manufacturer and slap their name on the top. I don't know. Somebody can write that down below if you guys want, you know. So let's see, how do we get this one done? All right, well, look at that. Now it's down tight. Look at that. See, wasn't even the problem. It's just hooking that up. So yeah, that's in there nice and tight now, and so is that. Front's popped up a little bit now, but maybe it's just not setting in there right from shipping or something like that. We can take a gander at that when we get back to it, right? So maybe we need to take all these off. Take a look at these. Looks like all the bulbs are still there, casted right, still look good. It's got a good fine mesh right here. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty fine. Really, really tiny. I would have liked to see just a smidge little bigger on that, but I think that's good for an exhaust front panel or top panel. I mean, but look at the woodwork on that, guys. That is some sick stuff right there. Making that wood and the plastic fit together. Making it good, baby. So let's take the glass off here. It's a nice solid big piece of glass. Now look at that. You've got these. Okay, so this one's, looks like, this one right here is kind of like a felt material to soften the blow. And these two are like metal right here. This piece right here, it's kind of metal all the way up and down with these like little prongs to snap it in and out. Other side, you got these little inserts to help you slide it in and then push up, snappy click. Nice, nice, nice. Good thinking. Really, really good thinking right there. Good job, guys. I'm building that. Now, it looks like this is all set up for the BTF stuff. So, looks like we got some cutouts for, like, if you want to do the back to front for Asus. If you want to do the MCI version, I think it's called the something zero, dark zero, or something like that. But don't pay much attention to MCI or MSI stuff. I only did one build with MCI, or what's it called? MSI. Sorry, apologies. MSI. Got a lot of people that say you guys make great stuff, but I just haven't really ever used it. I did use an MSI board for my dad's build. He seems to like it. He used to always use AMD though, but we can see what that gets him over the next little while. Looks like it comes with a GPU bracket of some sort. Might have to loosen that and lift it up to get that out. Yep, there's a thumb screw. Looks like they put it in there pretty tight so it didn't go flying out during shipping. There we go. There. Okay, raise that up. Get this styrofoam out. Maybe without breaking anything. All right. See? Trying to take care of you. Don't have to bitch about their products. Now look at that. I mean, yeah, the fans, I mean, they are pretty generic looking. I mean, really generic looking, but hey, looks like they got some serious airflow possibly to them. I got 12 blade fans on the bottom, so probably swing some air up there. Looks like this tray probably comes out so you can put your AIO up here. Kind of betting you got a huge accessory box over here. So, oh yeah, wow, look at that. Oops, looks like you get a dust cover. Not sure how they're doing that. Maybe they got some instructions. Looks like you got some front mount-ons if you want to do an AIO up front. Looks like you got some sort of adapter piece. And another adapter piece. Probably to do one of them standing up video card deals. So, looks like that kind of swing down there and hold your GPU in there. So, that's about all we got for those. So, we'll have to take a look and see what that does here in a minute. But, that's going to be what we're going to be using on this one. Looks like we don't need anything out of this. I don't think so. We'll set that up out of the way. And we can get to building a builder. So let's get this off of here. Got to get these 2.5-inch drives out of here, or keep doing 2.5. Man. People are going to talk. So looks like we got says it's supposed to have a screw or something like that to pull these out, but I'm not seeing it. But it does come with some, if you're into the old 3.5-inch drives, you can throw those Western Digitals or Seagates, or does Hitachi still make them? I think they do. But you can grab a couple. Looks like you got about 4 slots for those big guys if you want to throw them in here, or maybe just 2, I'm guessing. Says that there's supposed to be some sort of thumb screw, and I'm not seeing one. Let's see. Let's grab a light bulb here. Maybe that'll help. First, unscrew the bottom screw. You know what? Maybe they put it underneath on the actual bottom. Excuse me. Sorry. Look at that, guys. Put the thumb screws on the bottom. Alright. So let's get these out of here. Since I don't use these. Holy cow, that one was in there tight. Super tight. But it's coming unscrewed, still the same. There we go. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, so now alright. Looks like you got a little tabby thing. You got to pull up on it, and then she'll slide out. But you got 2 of these in here, so looks like you can, yeah. Looks like you can throw 2, 3, 4, 3.5-inch drives in these puppies. And you might even be able to throw another one on top. I don't know. I just work here, right? So let's pull that out of there. Let's get this one out of here since I don't use these. There we go. Looks like you definitely could probably throw in, if you're into the 3.5-inch drives, you got 1, 2. I'm not seeing the bolting on the bottom for, so you got at least 2, 2.5 that you could install in here, plus the 2 right here, so you could have up to about 4 of them. You got a lot of zip ties for, or God, keep calling them zip ties, the Velcro straps for your wire management here. They are like all over the place. We got some clippies over here on the back side to do your channeling for your cabling, which is going to be nice. I'll probably have to pull it out, undo it, and see where everything's going to go on the motherboard. We've got some stuff right here. Probably have to shorten that down with some zip ties. Looks like you've only got one. Looks like you've got some, maybe you can see it better now. You got this, looks like you got some RGB headers or light headers or whatever up in here. And then you've got one, looks like one fan controller left. Because they've got the other ones already pre-wired for you. So, yay, don't have to waste time on installing the fans. Thank God. We can just plug and play almost. I do love this rubber grommet that they've thrown in here. Been nice if they would have added one right here. But it's kind of blocked by this anyway. But still would have been nice to have it there, kind of hiding stuff for us. And that'll be behind the motherboard tray. So, cha-ching, baby, cha-ching. Let's get that out underneath there. All right, looking good, looking good. All right, so looks like we can get busy here. Slap in this motherboard. All right. Oops. Let me get that puppy out of your way. Hey, look at that. Blocks it. Sweet. All right. So, now, I went through and I already added in the brackets for the fan, so we can get this slid on here. Let's see. Felt like it went in. Everything's aligned. And there you go. Now, just need some screws. You know what, one thing these guys could do? Just have some little initials that say MOBO so you know which ones go to the motherboard. I'm sure all the high-level tech guys know which one's the motherboard screws. Okay. I'm looking at these ones weird because some different looking screws in here that I've never seen before. So we're gonna have to guess we're gonna have to play the guessing game. Got a ton of rubber grommets for those guys that just need quietness. Got some other rubber grommets, some extra standoffs, some I'm guessing these are supposed to be cable tie downs that you can throw in there. Nice. So many different screws. Okay. Yeah, like 6 different versions of screws in here. So, we're gonna have to figure one out. Every new case has got something you gotta figure out. Because there is no, like, industry standard. So we're gonna have to do some hit and miss here and see what's up. So let's get this, make sure my brackets are all tied down nice and tight. You don't want to go crazy tight on these brackets, but you do want them snug so that they aren't coming loose. At least that's what I've found. So there we go. And kind of looks like a motherboard screw. Where did I put it? There we go. Oops. The knife blade. Pull that open. Gonna open this tray and kind of just dump them in here. We got that. Marvelous. There we go. All right. Wow. Not sure what that goes to. Definitely got a lot of screws. Those ones all look like fan screws. We can try this package and see what we got in here. It just kind of seem like they're hitting something, so these ones seem wrong one. Try these ones, see how they do. Yeah, I think we found the right bag finally. All right. There we go. So thank God for magnetic screws, or screwdrivers anyway. Ah, jeez. All right. And remember, I think it's 9 screws that you have to screw in. Every once in a while you'll get a motherboard that only needs 8, because sometimes instead of using a standoff, they'll use like a little nub that comes up into the center of the motherboard that'll hold it in place for you. but most of them are standard 9 screw. At least that's what they tell me. Wow, didn't know this, but looks like ASUS has put a bunch of little cap covers on all their fan trying to think of the word here. Their fan connections on the motherboard got little plastic covers so they don't bend the pins. That's a nice feature. Thank you very much, Mr. ASUS. Good call on that one. You know, I got some big thumbs. I usually end up bending one or two here and there. I am noticing one thing with this Lee. Since I pre-installed the fan, we're probably going to have to remove it to put the front panel connectors on and stuff, and then just put it right back on. Which that's going to be... Oh, looks like they only put... Oh, that's so nice of them. Looks like they got... You just slide it down in there and pull up or something like that to put the fan in. That's freaking awesome. Easy, quick detach and put back in and pull out. Love that feature, Lee. Good call. Good call, guys. Nice, good quality here. Alright, so now we got motherboard in. Let's make sure we got these tightened down again. You know, double, triple check. Alright, so we got that in there. Let's get this heatsink ready to go on. This huge heatsink. Okay. So it's got the plastic cut up in there. Alright. So I got the digital display monitor here thing. Got the hooker upper. So I think we'll probably magnetic. And then plus it's also got the little holes in it to match up the holes right here. So it's got a nice tight fit, nice beautiful fit. Got some beautiful fin stack in there. Beautiful. And then we got a little sticker. Make sure you guys remove that before you put on your thermal paste, alright? Don't be all crazy and lazy and forget to do that. That would be bad, I'm guessing. Oh, keep dropping stuff here. The instruction booklet on their case right here. Installation guide. Of course, you know, backyard mechanic and all that. Guys never read instructions unless they got pictures in them. Alright, so going to need some thermally paste. So got to remember where I put it last time. It's in one of these 500 drawers. Pretty sure. is. So, as you know, thermal, right? Being as cool as they are, they give you some thermal paste for their CPU cooler. But I am kind of a little fan of this thermal grizzly compound, so we're gonna use this instead because that's what I use. So we'll go ahead and I think it's what, 2-3 tablespoons. Just kidding. Just kidding. Don't do that. Just a little pea-sized drop should suffice. Alright, guys? You hear me? It was a joke. Don't really put on 3 or 4 of those. And then it does the screw. So what I like to do is a little bit on one side, a little bit on the next side. Till we get that sucker screwing down. Go bob and weave, bob and weave. Left to right, left to right. 3 turns, jump over to the other side. Do 3 turns. Make sure we get this on there all nice and pretty. Probably should use my other screwdriver. It's a little bit longer. So that should be on there. Nice and tight. So, well, that's going to be some super wind going through this push and pull design on this thermal, right? We got, see, this is what I'm talking about. See these little things? They don't have one of those little tabs to pull it up. A little bit goes a long way. That's going to be super shiny. Look at that. Super dupers. We'll make this look good. Right? So, pretty sure shiny side goes up top. Look at that. Good to go. Yeah. That's going to look good. Let's toss in these super duper fans. Yucky. RGB. Yes, I know they need a non-ARGB version of this, but I was too busy not thinking about that at the moment. try to keep everything together as I go. Put it back in the box. Once I'm done with the box, I know I got everything out that I need. So I can throw that one back up here. Probably should help if I put it right side up. Shiny side up. There we go. Ah, dang it. I knew I forgot something. Oh, dang it. Thought I had him sitting out here, but I didn't. Alright. So much for my having things prepared properly. I guess during my break I put them back in the box here so I didn't lose them. See, itty bitty pieces. Alright. Got a little splitter here for your fans, or RGB. No, looks like fan. And then we've got, get all this out of here, just so I can get to the very last piece, which are the clips, so we can put the fans on. Now we can put everything back in the bag. There we go. Thank you for the zip top lock bag. That actually helps. Instead of just the ones you cut open and then everything's falling all over the place. Throw the box back in here in the big box. Put the cover back on. And we can close it up. And this Thermalright will actually fit all of your Intel CPUs and all of the AMDs, or at least AM4, AM5, which is always nice. All right, so got all that done. So get to the buttons. Yeah, got two controllers. So if we do, let's plan this out, think this through. So, I mean, if we put it on the front here, we just block our RAM. So we need one in the middle, possibly one on the back end, is what I'm thinking. Sure, everybody else is like, oh, you have to put it on the front. Yeah, and then do it your way, not me. I'll do it my way. Side, shiny side up, right? Get the cords down there. Stuff that in. And get my hand through here. Maybe. There we go. just like that, it's magic. It's on. All right. Okay. Same thing, different red. There we go. Well, that's going to kind of block the RGB. Yeah, that's okay. Kind of like that better. Yeah, I think I like the back better. That way, if I ever have a if there's ever a problem with the RAM, I can just pull it out. I don't have to disassemble. That should be about right there. And there you go. So, now, I get that in there. All right. So, all right, guys. So now, got the motherboard in. Got the CPU cooler on there. A Thermalright Peerless Assassin ARGB Digital. If you're looking for it, it's shoot. I think it was 45 bucks. 45 bucks, something like that, right? And put one on my buddy's PC, the one we did on the previous videos. 37 degrees on that CPU. That's phenomenal, right? It's a beautiful temperature. Although that was just at idle, just running the simple operating system. I mean, the computer was up and running after that, but still didn't get over 37C on this air. So once you start playing video games, I'm sure it'll go up. But this one right here, we're gonna put it to the test. We're gonna see what she's got, right? So got a couple more things to do, and then we can button this up and power it on. Like I said, usually I like to do a dry post where I just set it on the cardboard box and do that, but it's almost like 2 hours to get this thing built right now. We still got to slap in that power supply. Still got to drop in the video card, which we'll do that tomorrow. Or yeah, probably. Well, actually maybe just later tonight. Here in about another hour, hour and a half, we'll just make another video. We're hitting the 1 hour limit now, so there you go. We got that beautiful computer. Oh, there we go. Lee, looking good, looking good. Jesus, Lee, Thermalright And then we've got Sapphire. We've got the SK Hynix in there, right? So 2 terabyte. We'll add some more. We're running this Trident Z Neo DDR5 6000 memory, CL 30 32, or what was it, 6000. Yeah, 6000. Keep wanting to go back to DDR4 stuff, but yeah, we'll get this up, we'll get her running, and we'll start having some good times. But if anybody has got the ear of Asus, let them know I really want that new motherboard. Damn, that thing is sweet looking. If they want to send me a freebie, that'd be super duper. But I doubt it. Anyway, we'll get all this done. We'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.